Hola, howdy, hello. Greetings, folks. This is Saranya Narayanamurthy, and welcome to the Mind Business. So, today, this is going to be the first official video podcast of the Mind Business, and we are here to discuss about something that is extremely essential and necessary in our day to day life, and that is gender dynamics. Yes, you heard it right. So every day, if you see, starting from different crimes that's happening until the different thing that's happening within a domestic household, in your professional workspace, and almost everywhere on the internet, there is a lot of toxicity that is associated with patriarchy, feminism, and a lot of things that's happening between these two topics. I'm not here to glorify either feminism or patriarchy, but in a way, I'm here to tell you why this arises and what is the best way to actually progress forward despite all of these. So, if you actually notice it right, men and women were created in the universe to complement each other, but today we end up competing with each other. It's a total mess when you actually see the way it's happening. For example, the physical strength of a man is something that is actually unique just to the mankind. And similarly, the feminine energy, the sensitivity or the gracefulness, it's something that belongs to a woman. But today, in this environment, if you see, women are too busy proving they can do anything that a man can do, and a man becomes too busy telling this is not his job and this is a woman's job and this is what he's supposed to be doing. But just imagine how this entire environment will evolve if a man decides to help a woman achieve something that she aspires to, not because she want to compete with him, but because she has developed an independent passion for the same. And how would it be if a woman does not take a shame in actually doing a certain job that she is good at doing? If you see, there are a lot of insecurities or there are a lot of complexes that develop within a lot of women, especially the ones, if you see, who belong to a certain age group that's currently above 20 or within 25 to 30. There are a lot of women who have an inferiority complex and they feel or they actually think within themselves that if they do not work, they are worth nothing. It might be because the men in their life treat them that way. It's as if the earning member is the one who should contribute, and even if the woman is earning, what to do with her earning is actually decided by the man. This still happens in a lot of households, not just limiting to the middle class or an upper middle class, but between almost every class of society. And why do you think this happened? It actually hailed from a very ancient belief, and during the previous days when men really had access to good education, when he actually went ahead and he learned a lot about finances, when a woman was not aware of all those things. It was at that point that women actually seeked out to men as an assistance of, okay, so you can do this better, can you do it for me? And the trait continued generations after generation. It is not bad if it just continues, but if it's bad if it actually sets out as a template. And right now, even if a woman knows what to do, her advice, how much is it actually given heeded to? How much is her advice listened to? And that plays a very essential role in how the future citizens or how the future generation progress forwards. And right now, in this stage, when all of these are spoken about, so these women who have so long been wounded by all of these consequences, and men who have so long been accustomed to such practices, so they think it is a right that they are born with, and women think this is what they are destined with, which in future turns into rage. Not in future, I guess in the present itself. And currently, at this moment, feminism arises from all of these unhealed trauma, and patriarchy arises from all of these belief system that was invested in him years and years ago. And a result of this, today women and men fight with each other. They compete. They want to prove how it went. They want to prove they are better. They want to prove they want a seat in the table. But in reality, it's not about winning a seat. It's about representing one another collectively. When they say Mr. and Mrs. of a certain individual, it means two of them present a same entity, or they present a unified representation. But today, are you given a unified representation or are you shadowing? It's not a matter of gender. A man who chooses to be a house husband is looked down upon. And a woman who is a housewife is just treated as there's no term for the same, right? You don't know that. And when you dwell in deeper, it's not about where it arises from. It's about still the belief system that we hold. So today, in this episode of podcast, I ask you this one question. No matter how we say a person can be independent, every individual requires a companionship and a partner, the one whom a person is sharing their life with. The way in which he or she is respected represent the respect that you get in any of the forums or any of a platform or even within your house. So isn't it essential to treat your better half in a better way? Or not just limiting to your better half. Every other human being deserves to be treated as one they are. So why do you want to bring in gender dynamics inside? It's so better when different parts of the breakfast complements each other in a mini tiffin, but it's never good if you just battle between eating a one large piece of something and another large piece of a full plate of buffet. It will never work out with you. You know that too. Examples might be a bit weird, but take my word on this. It actually works that way. So the next time when you start to speak about either feminism or about patriarchy, remember this. Gender dynamics is not to compete, it's to complete. Ensure you complete your partner in every other way where they feel a gap in. Just like how puzzle pieces fit together, a gap in one person is filled in by the other gracefully. Unless you start digging in the gap and you start piling up over the other person. Mental health, the way in which each of them had dreams, emotions, all of these are exactly the same for both the gender. Just because one person expresses it and just because the other person is made to believe that they should not be seen weak. The highlighted word is seen. It's not they shouldn't be weak. They should not be seen weak. And that is where a lot of problems come from. Let's be responsible and ensure that the people in our life are at their happiest stage. So with this, the first video podcast has come to an end. And let me meet you in the next episode. Until then, signing off for now, Saranya Narayanamurthy.